it took you, when did you become aware of this? Like
I think I've
your death?
always been it my whole life. I think people, that's why people always like me because I've always been even keel. I've always accepted people for exactly who they were. I've always been generous. I've never really judged people. I don't judge them. My heart is always open. My home is always open. Um, Anything I have is open now. Does that always go right? No, it don't always go right. But that is just who I am. That's just who I am, and I don't want to be anything different because when I am, it doesn't feel good.
That's I think that's a really good way of putting it. You know, like
Hmm.
when you're not walking in that love, that
Hmm.
natural, emotion and that natural state of being, like you're uncomfortable. But
I'm
for the
uncomfortable.
majority, it's the opposite.
Hmm.
Because, when Jabri and I were initially talking about this, this emotion, we were both in kind of agreement that we didn't really know what that was because we were still trying to figure it out within ourselves. And why do you think? Because honestly, like I feel like you're the minority. If you already, kind of know what that is, know how it feels, you've been it your whole life. Like,
Hmm.
and I can just even speak for me. Like, I've known love, but it's always met with conditions. I've never just known love in its purest form. And I think that maybe, other people can agree or relate to that. Like, why do you think it's so hard for us to get back to something that should be so natural?
Because you're looking outside of yourself for it.
Hmm. Well, that is true.
It's
Um,
not outside of yourself. You are it. You walk it.
but I guess like my idea of love is something that's always feeling good and not so much like when we talk about acceptance.
Absolutely not.
Right. But love is all things, but like I don't know. It's like I grew up believing that, love is a certain way. And like what I was taught was pretty much like, in church, like, in order for, you to have that love of God, like you have to fear him and you have to do all of these
Pay the
things.
tithes,
Right.
and
In
it is
order to
so
be worthy
unconditional.
of it, right. To
It
be
is
worthy of love.
unconditional. Yes. Love is so absolutely unconditional. What could you do to make me not love you?
I mean, I guess I could do anything,
Okay,
but
there it
I
is.
don't know. Like I,
You might make me want to slam you in the paint, but I ain't gonna not love you. I can't.
right. So would you agree that the reason why it's so hard for, myself or other people that may feel like, how I feel, so hard to kind of identify with that emotion and not accept it in its purest form and see that in all things, the good with the bad is because we go without and we kind of get our sources
Because you
from
don't
external.
give it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think it. I
If you
think
don't give it unconditionally, it can't come to you unconditionally.
Mm, okay.
Do
It
I
does start
not
with
love?
you.
I still love Slick. I still love Swader. I still love them. I love them for what they taught me. I love them for what they taught me. And it might have not been the best way, but I learned from my first one, don't give everything away. You come first. Period. Way be honest. Be honest enough with yourself. Have enough courage to say this ain't working out.
So, would you agree that having unconditional love is being like selfish and kind of like putting you have to put yourself first in order to
The
walk in
only
that?
way. The only way.
But I feel like society teaches us something completely different, and until like you
Yeah, it
really,
does. It does.
yeah, because society have you feeling like you have to put God first, you have to put your man first, you have to put your kids first, like, and ultimately like you come last and you have nothing for yourself,
No,
and
the
then
opposite. You
yeah,
all are gods, right?
yeah. I mean,
You
I know that
all are
now,
gods. So put yourself first.
but even like when I first came to that realization, like I couldn't really even say it out loud because I felt subconsciously that it was blasphemy for me to say that,
Mm,
or, arrogant, or, I would be punished or whatever, or, it wouldn't be received well from other people who I
don't
wanted to
get
like
it.
me.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Well, and then I have my coworker who is turning out fast to be one of my besties. Uh, every day, Baptist says it all the time. Uh, I'm blessed and highly favored, more than I deserve. And every day I say, "Of course you deserve it," and she always looks at me crazy, like, "Really?" And I said, "Of course you deserve it, and so do I." And I just walk. It's not a debate. I just know, of course you deserve it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have it. Even with my aunt, I love her dearly. I still love her. Am I tired of her? Yes, but you're not gonna abuse me. And she thinks it's punishment when I stop doing things for you. No, it's self preservation and self love. I don't have to put myself in harm's way. And since I know that you're gonna be harmful, I'm gonna step back over here and love you from over here. But I'm gonna preserve this so that I'm okay. And if I continue to let you do what you're doing, how do you know that what you're doing is wrong? I can't let you keep doing that. That's not the loving thing to do. Same thing with my sisters. You can't if you can't respect me, I'm going to respect me. You can't make me be who you want me to be. Have a right to be who I am. Either you're gonna deal with it or you're not. I love them dearly, but you don't have a right to upset my life, and I'm not gonna allow it. I love you. I'm gonna love you from over here.
can you remember a time where you found it hard to love yourself? You struggle with it?
Oh yeah, yeah, plenty. I mean, when those times comes, when those breakups come, and you sad, and you don't think that you don't know why this person don't love you. I mean, I didn't have time to grieve a breakup, but of course, I was able to tuck it away and tuck it away. You don't feel lovable. You don't feel lovable. Why do these people keep leaving me? You don't feel lovable. I didn't process it. Um, and then I go in and I call myself, I'm gonna love again and love again and love again. And ooh, Lord, gotta keep trusting it. But why does that keep happening? Am I not lovable? Maybe I'm not.
Yeah, it definitely can make you like go inward,
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
are dealing with that type of, well, what you perceive as rejection and not protection.
right.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is not going within. Like I'm gonna circle back to grief and how that tied in. When I that time I was listening to all the CDs and going to church every Sunday, and you hear all these testimonies and the screaming out and nothing. That's because I was going without and not realizing that it was me. It's me. I am. I am. And so that was a big part of the process. Not if you don't go within, you will definitely go without. So I'm looking outside and looking for all this love outside of myself when I had to go back and come back center. Will you get off track every now and then? For sure. Absolutely. You'll forget. But that discomfort, if if you're in tune, that discomfort will make you come back center
Yep. And remember who you are.
and remember who you are.
Yep.
And remember who you are and whose you are.
Mm, yep. Well, that is all the questions I have for Love Je'Bree. Did you have anything to add before we close?
No, I didn't. I didn't have anything. I definitely think that was a great discussion. And no, I
How
didn't have
about
anything.
you? Do you have any closing remarks for the
No,
discussion?
I don't. I just thank you guys for having me. I'm very, very proud of you guys. Thought this was pretty fantastic. This is dope in the words of Je'Bree.
Ah.
This
Agreed, agreed. But thank
was
you.
dope. Just don't forget who you are and whose you are. And you can be all things in that. All things. There's nothing off limits.
Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us and, sharing your insight and your wisdom. I guess we will close this discussion.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, what we talking about next week? What's the plan?
You know what? I guess that's to be determined. TBD.
All right, well, we just gonna pop up and throw it out,
We're gonna
and
pop up and throw it out. But
yeah.
yep.
All right.
All right. Love y'all dearly.
Love you
Love you,
too.
and thank you for
Ashe.
joining us.
Ashe.
For sure, I say, and
Bye
to
bye.
all of our listeners, have a good day, a good morning, a good evening, and be kind to yourself and others. Later.